What's up, guys? It's Lightsparrow here, and today I want to bring you a video on one of the most underrated monsters I feel in this game, in terms of TOA and more specifically TOA hard, and that would be the Water Taoist Gildong, or he has the dark one. If you have the dark one, it does this. The overpowered part about this guy is the same on both, or overpowered might not be the right word, but this really strong part of him. I don't have mine 6-starred. I have it 5-starred, and for skill ups, I just have one in the third skill, and I only need the one in this skill for him to be the best he can really be. I need this maxed so I get the cooldown down, but that's going to take a long time because I'm not going to use Devilmons on them because the fire one is a Nat 3, so I'm just going to wait until I get enough Nat 3s, fire ones to make it work. But so I'll just show you on whatever, stage 61, a run with him, and I would show you on a TOA hard stage because that's where I'm going to be using him, but TOA just reset day before yesterday, and so I'm on TOA 1, and they're just going to get one. I'm going to one-shot the other team if I do TOA hard, and I've never beat past TOA hard 70 on, just so you guys know, so I can't clear TOA 100 yet. But so I'll just use him in here where I know he's going to work perfectly fine. I'll use Spectra, and I'll try and make it farmable outside of Gildong, who's not farmable. So I'll use Gildong. For now, let's use this leader skill. And then I'll use him. You could use Beretta. I'd recommend Beretta over him, actually. But my bread is not max skilled, and this guy's not max skilled either, but the dot skill is maxed, so I'm going to use that. And then I'll use Mav, who's not technically farmable, but he's a Nat 3, so I'm going to assume most of you guys do have him. And then the last slot, I could use a variety of things. I could use a Verd, I could use a Wuchi, I could use more dots, a Bomber, I guess a healer if I wanted, but I'm trying to mimic TOA hard here, and so I'll use this team. I know that Wuchi is not farmable, but this is almost all 5-stars actually, so that's kind of cool. And then I'm almost positive this team is going to work. I hope I have runes on all of them. I'm just realizing I don't know if I have runes on Wuchi. We'll find out pretty soon. Okay, I messed up right away. Okay, let me quit that. I wasn't supposed to use that skill from Wuchi because there wasn't speed debuff on the other team, so I'm just gonna redo it. And it costs 0 energy. Did I see that right? I didn't realize it was 0 energy hour. Okay, whatever. But so, I'll show you the skill, and most of you, I'm assuming a lot of you guys probably don't even know what Gildong does or why he's good, because he's labeled as an attack monster, which is just a shame if you ask me, because what he's good at is not attacking. And then right here, this is why he's so good. So right now you'll see that there actually is not a speed debuff on either of the warbears, so they're probably not going to get stunned. But this skill attacks all enemies 2 times. It has a 30% chance to decrease the attack speed, but if they already have an attack speed debuff, then it'll stun them. But so that means if the whole team has a speed debuff, that you have 2 chances for 100% stun. So right here, it actually was able to speed debuff and then stun the one on the right, the warbear. But so if your speed debuffs land, it's basically a guaranteed AoE stun with a 100% chance because there's 2 chances. So the odds of you getting resisted both times is pretty low. But so the dark one has the same skill, but I never see people talking about Gildong. I've foddered like 4 in the past because I just never realized that he was actually good. Just because word on the street is that he's not good, but I definitely would say he's good. His first skill, I would say, is a little on the useless side. His third skill, once again, on the useless side, but his second skill is so good, especially if you max skill it. You get an AoE stun with a 100% chance, essentially. Every 3 turns, which is just like insane. Yeah, it's insane. But like this team right here, if you do have it, is good, gonna be pretty good. I want to try it in TOA hard. Of course, they're all 5 stars, so I'm kind of reluctant to try it in TOA hard, but I'm gonna use it in TOA hard nevertheless and see how far I can get this month. Hope maybe I can beat my record of 70. Maybe I won't. You never know. But so, if you have a speed debuffer, this Gildong just works great. See right here. Should I bother stunning? I'm not gonna actually. I'm not gonna stun because the two guys are almost unstunned. So right here, I'll use the stun whenever it's Gildong's turn again. And I know I could have used that to refresh the stun, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna use it now. Whatever. We'll push some attack bars back, and then this should be a full team stun right here. And it's a full team stun, and it's super reliable that it's gonna stun the whole team every time. If you have 45 plus accuracy on him, which I do have 45 plus, I'll show you the runes again after this. I don't think I even showed you the runes in the first place actually. Sorry. But so right here, whatever, I'll just defense break something, put some dots up, and then speed debuff. Hopefully it lands on everyone. I got everyone but the middle and the right lizards, so it's a bummer when you don't get them, but I'll decrease the attack gauge. I actually got a despair stun right there, but so this should stun 3, and it had a chance to stun 4 or 5, we'll see. And it got 3, but it put a speed debuff on the one on the right, so we'll freeze this one in the middle and put the speed debuff, which is nice because that means for the next 3 turns I have a chance to stun him with the Gildong, which is why the Hemos is kind of nice, opposed to the Beretta. But the Beretta has the speed lead, which is nice, just so you guys know. And then I don't have Despair, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show you the runes on all these guys after. But, yeah, you guys, I'm sure you guys get by now why this guy is so good in TOA. It's just a super reliable stun. It's the closest thing you can have to a Verad without actually having a Verad, if you ask me. And it's way easier to get this Nat 4 than Verad. And then also, if you can get the Dark one, it's a Dark Nat 3, the Taoist. That will do the same thing this water one will do. It's actually better because its third skill can also stun one guy. So if you have the Dark one, it's better, like I said. But I'll finish this off really quick. This is normal. Once again, it's normal 60 also. So if you guys really don't believe this is going to work, tell me, if you really do. I might make a video later using this in a higher stage in TOA hard, or even just a higher stage in TOA normal, because this is 60 normal, but I don't think a single guy has had a turn yet. So, I mean, this is probably going to work in TOA hard because it doesn't matter how tanky your team is or how tanky the other team is if the other team doesn't get one turn. So, right there, okay, well, they got one turn. So, this should be a full stun, and it's a full stun. It even works on the wind guys. So, because I'm not positive on this, but I'm pretty sure it is not reliant on glancing. Like if it glances, I'm pretty sure it can still stun. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I think that from my very minimal use of him. That's what I've noticed. So, yeah, this team works like magic, kind of. Verad is better. Well, debatably better than Wuchi, if you ask me, in some situations, because Wuchi can use the stun more often, and it attacks 2 times, so it's very close to 100% success rate on the stun, since it does attack twice. But it does require speed debuff, which you should be using in TOA hard anyways, if you ask me. But yeah, Wuchi's he's amazing. I'm autoing it from here. I'm pretty sure this is a win. Even though whatever. If this was TOA hard, I wouldn't be able to have the luxury to auto it. But this is TOA normal 61, so I can auto it. And I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. Yeah, it's like, it stuns the golems, and it's a water monster. If it is true that the glancing does come into play, Dark One is going to be definitely better than this guy. But even then, the Dark One's still better if the glancing doesn't come into play, because Dark one has a glancing on the third skill, or not glancing, a stun on the third skill, which is nice. But so that's kind of it for this video. I'll show you guys the runes whenever this ends. This is a team that should be relatively easy for you guys to make. If you have a Wuchi, not a Wuchi, if you have a Gildong, and for Wuchi replacements, you could use any attack age debuffer, or I said a bunch of replacements. If you have Shylock, that could work. Wuchi's definitely better than Shylock though, but you could use Shylock, you could use a Verd, you could use another kind of stunner, another dot, like you could use Beretta, you could use a bomber, a healer if you want, whatever. And so, I said I'd show you guys the runes. I'll show you the runes, and that'll be it for this video. Here's my Gildong. I'm not going to show you each rune, I'm just going to show you the stats so you can see the stats, because that's what's really important. It's on a Swift set, and it's max accuracy. The Spectra is on Energy Focus. No, it's on Blade Focus and Broken Set. Here's the stats. My Wuchi, it's on Despair Broken. Here's the stats. My Mav is on Focus Revenge Blade, it looks like, and here's the stats. And then my Hemos, it looks like it's on a complete broken everywhere. And there's the stats. If you notice, they all have over 45 accuracy. That's because in TOA hard, accuracy cap's 45. So get 45 and you'll be good on all these guys. So to do TOA hard, it's just 45 accuracy and as much speed as you can if you're using a no healer team like this. But that's all for today though, guys. Be sure to tell me in the comments if you have any questions or any comments or concerns, or if you have any other video suggestions, also tell me in the comments. But that's it for today though, guys. So may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows.